Am I audible or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we'll start with vital signs, okay? PSM practical, vital signs, temperature and pulse is over. So now today we'll study about respiration. Write down vital signs on respiration and turn on your videos, all of you. Are you writing? Vital signs, respiration. Okay, we have completed on temperature and pulse. So today we'll study about the respiration. Write down. Respiration is the act of breathing. Respiration is the act of breathing. B-R-E-A-T-H-I-N-G. Respiration is the act of breathing. Full stop. It involves two processes. It involves two processes. Processes. It involves two processes. That is inspiration and expiration. That is inspiration and expiration. INSPIRATION. Inspiration and expiration. 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 Inspiration means, what is inspiration? Inspiration means inhalation of oxygen. Okay, and expiration is when we expire carbon dioxide from our body. Okay, for normal breathing, we need to inspire and expire. Inspiration and expiration followed by a pause. PAUSE, pause. Full stop. Respiration may be internal and external. Respiration may be internal or external. Respiration may be internal or external. Respiration may be internal or external. Full stop. External is the movement of air. External is the movement of air, AIR, air. External between environment and the lungs. Between the environment and the lungs, LUNGS, lungs. Between the environment and the lungs, comma, whereas internal is the movement of oxygen between hemoglobin and the cells. Internal is the movement of oxygen between the hemoglobin and the cells. HAEMOGLOBIN, hemoglobin and the cells. CLLS, cells. Then you write down characteristics of respiration. Characteristics of respiration. Characteristics of respiration. Number one, you write down rate, R-A-T, rate. Number one is rate, R-A-T, rate. Yes?
Little slow, you see.
Huh?
हम थोड़ा धीरे धीरे बोल.
Whereas internal is the movement of oxygen between hemoglobin and cells. তাৰ পিছত লিখা characteristics of respiration. Characteristics of respiration number one হয় rate, R-A-T-E, rate. Put a dash and write down rate is the number of Rate is the number of full respiration, full respiration, full respiration in a minute. In a minute, M-I-N-U-T, minute. Full stop. Normal adult respiration rate is normal adult respiration rate is normal adult respiration rate in between is in between 16 to 20 breaths per minute. Is in between ano लेके आओ ना है तो 16 to 20 breaths per minute is in between 16 to 21 16 to 20 breaths per minute. Okay, so the normal respiratory rate, okay, the normal respiration rate is in between 16 to 20 breaths per minute. Okay, and for checking respiration, how will you check the respiration? You can check the respiration by seeing the movement of the chest. Okay, whenever you see the movement of chest of a person, you can know the respiratory rate, and you will have to count. You will have to check it for 1 minute. Okay, you will have to check it for 1 minute. Means in a minute whether the respiratory rate is between 16 to 20 or not. You have to check it. If it's less than that, then there is a problem. If it is more, then also there is a problem which we'll be discussing. Okay, so the normal respiratory rate is between 16 to 20, and you can check the respiratory rate through the movement of the chest wall. Okay, by seeing the movement of the person's chest, you can count the respiratory rate. Next, you write down number 2, depth of respiration. Number 2 is the depth of respiration. Number 2 is depth of respiration. Put a dash and write down. Depth of respiration is by observing the depth of respiration is by observing the depth of respiration is by observing the movement of the chest wall. Is by observing the movement of the chest wall. Is by observing the movement of the chest wall. Full stop. In respiration, in respiration, in respiration, a person, in respiration, a person inhales about, a person inhales about 500 ml of air, inhales about 500 ml of air, and the diaphragm moves about, and the diaphragm moves about, and the diaphragm moves about 1 centimeter down. Diaphragm moves about 1 centimeter down. Diaphragm is what? Diaphragm is the C-shaped. Okay, it's C-shaped that divides your abdomen from the chest. Okay, in the middle there is the diaphragm. It is C-shaped. The shape is C. Diaphragm moves about 1 centimeter down, and the ribs retracts upwards about, and the ribs retracts about, and the ribs retracts about, and the ribs retracts about 1.2 to 2.6. 1.2 to 2.6. Number 3, you write down rhythm. R-H-Y-T-H-M. Rhythm. R-H-Y-T-H-M. Rhythm. Write down. Normal breathing is Normal breathing is regular and uninterrupted. Normal breathing is regular and uninterrupted. Normal breathing is regular and uninterrupted. Then you write down alternation in respiration. Alternation in respiration. Alternation in respiration. Make two columns. Make two columns and write down bradypnea. Number 1 is bradypnea. 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 Put a dash and write down rate of breathing. Rate of breathing is abnormally slow, SLOW, slow. That is less than 16 breaths per minute. That is less than 16 breaths per minute. That is less than 16 breaths per minute. 16, 1-6. Huh?
Rate of breathing.
Rate of breathing is abnormally slow. Is abnormally SLOW, slow. That is less than 16 breaths per minute. That is less than breaths per minute. To see the normal respiratory rate is in between 16 to 20 breaths per minute. Okay, so in bradypnea, what happens? Your rate of breathing becomes slow. That is less than 16. Whenever it is less than 16, it is known as bradypnea. Next, you write number 2, tachypnea.
Ma'am.
Tachypnea, TRA. Yes.
Ma'am, your voice is not clear.
Am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I audible, students? Write down trachypnea. Rate of breathing is abnormally rapid.
Ma'am.
Rate of yes.
Ma'am, can you repeat that first point? Less than 16 breath.
Yes, bradypnea. BRADYPNEA, bradypnea. Write down rate of breathing is abnormally slow. Means your breathing rate will become slow. Okay, rate is abnormally slow. That is less than 16 breaths per minute. That is less than 16 breaths per minute. Next, number 2, you write down trachypnea. TRACHYPNEA, trachypnea. TRACHYPNEA, trachypnea. Write down rate of breathing is abnormally rapid. Rate of breathing is abnormally rapid. That is greater than 20 breaths per minute. that is greater than 20 breaths per minute. So these are the two abnormalities. Okay, the normal range of respiration is between 16 to 20. Jodi 16 ke tolat jai, it is known as bradypnea, and if it's more than 20, then it is known as tachypnea. These are abnormalities of respiration. Okay. Next, you write down hyperpnea. Number 3 is hypernya. Hypernia. Hyperpnea. Put a dash and write down. It is an increased volume of air. It is an increased volume of air. It is an increased volume of air during breathing. During breathing. B-R-E-A-T-H-I-N-G. During breathing. Full stop. During breathing. Okay. Then you write full stop. Expirations are increased in depth and rate. Expirations are increased in depth and rate. For example, exercise. Whenever you do exercise, what happens? Your breathing increases. Okay, the rate of respiration increases. Okay, and what happens? The expirations are also increased. Okay, resulting in the depth and rate of the respiratory rate, which will involve in respiration. So for example, it's your exercise, EXERCIS exercise. Next, you write down apnea, APNEA. Am I audible or not, students? Yes. Actually, my network is very bad today, and even some of you, I can't even hear what you are saying. Apnea, you write down. Respiration ceases for several minutes.
Voice got lost.
Respiration, huh?
Sometimes your voice got lost.
Okay. Apnea, you write down. Respiration ceases for several minutes or hours. Respiration ceases for several minutes or hours. Full stop. It is the medical term used to describe. It is the medical term used to describe. It is the medical term used to describe. DSCRIB. Describe slow or stopped breathing. Slow, S-L-O-W, slow or stopped breathing, S-T-O-P-P-E-D, slow or stopped breathing. Full stop. Apnea usually occurs. Apnea usually occurs while sleeping. Apnea usually occurs while sleeping, S-L-E-E-P-I-N-G, sleeping. The last point you write down, dyspnea. D-Y-S-P-N-E-A, dyspnea. D-Y-S-P-N-E-A, dyspnea, write down. It is the shortness of breath. It is the shortness of breath that can have the causes but are due to the underlying diseases. D-I-S-E-A-S-E-S diseases. Full stop. It is difficulty in breathing characterized by. It is difficulty in breathing characterized by. It is difficulty in breathing characterized by increased effect to exhale and inhale. By the increased effect to by increased effect to exhale and inhale. Example, write down some examples. Tight clothing. Examples, tight clothing, T-I-G-H-T, tight clothing, C-L-O-T-H-I-N-G. Whenever you wear tight dresses or tight clothes, what happens? Your exhalation and inhalation is affected. Okay, you sometimes feel shortness of breath, S-O-B. Okay, comma, you write down exercise, E-X-E-R-C-I-S-E, exercise, comma, prolonged bed rest, B-E-D bed, R-E-S-T rest, and sedentary lifestyle, Sedentary lifestyle means what? No physical exercise. Okay, only sitting, eating, sleeping. Okay, that is the routine for a sedentary lifestyle. There is no physical exercise, there is no physical activity in the body, because of which you can also suffer from shortness of breath or dyspnea. Okay, so these are some of the factors. So what have we studied? That in bradypnea, the respiratory rate will be abnormally low, that is less than 16 breaths per minute. In trachypnea, you will get more than or greater than 20 breaths per minute. In apnea, you get cessation of breathing, that is especially during while sleeping at night. Okay, when you are sleeping, sometimes there is loss of breath, but not for long period of time, but maybe for 2-3 minutes, 1 minute, like that. So that is known as apnea. Then dyspnea is what? It is the shortness of breath, SOB. Okay, and it can be, and it is mostly characterized by increased effect. Okay, there will be an increased effect to inhale and to exhale. You will take deep breaths, okay, for taking in oxygen or for exhaling in carbon dioxide. For example, is tight clothing, tight kapur. Okay, basically tight kapur pindile, tight kapur clothing, then exercising, then sedentary lifestyle. Okay, and prolonged bed rest. Prolonged bed rest means what? Always sitting, eating, sleeping. Okay, sleeping for too long in the bed, that can also cause dyspnea or shortness of breath. Means actually the thing is that you should have exercise in your body, you should be physically active, you should go for morning walk. Okay, all of these things you should follow, not only sleeping, eating, sleeping, eating, sleeping. No, that is not the way of living. Okay, it will automatically cause harm to your body. So you should have to maintain all of these things. And in respiration, the normal respiratory rate is in between 16 to 20 breaths per minute. Okay, are you clear, all of you? Are you clear or not? Are you clear or not? Answer something.
Yes, ma'am.
Others are not present, only Johnson is answering. I will mark all of you absent then. Only Johnson is present in the class and others, all of you are sleeping. Hmm? What is the normal respiratory rate? What is the normal respiratory rate?
Ma'am, in between 60 to 20 breath per minute.
Okay. What happens in dyspnea? What happens in dyspnea? What happens in dyspnea? Nobody knows. তোমালোক কি ক্লাছত শুই আছা নে কি কৰি আছা? How will you check respiratory rate? You all can leave the class, leave the meeting. Give your attendance and leave the meeting.